Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are ya? I hope you're doing great. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday, the 22nd of January 2024. That's right. Made it back home last night, so wanted to jump on this morning, early this morning, and put a video out. Let me share with you what I picked up. Well, while I was out and about. uh, my wife and I have relatives down in Riverside and in Los Angeles, so we took all last week, took a few days and visited some friends and family. And while I was in Riverside, I decided to hit Barnes and Noble up because they're having their 50% off Arrow sale. So I got a few of those. Stay tuned. We'll take a look at what I picked up there. And a few of the other things, or the other two things I picked up last week and just got them in the mail. So from Amazon, I believe. So it's going to be a kind of a shortish video, and I guess that's okay. But hope you guys are doing good wherever you are and staying safe. I know the weather has been really crazy cold for most people back east, but here in Vegas this morning it's 52 and it's a little overcast. We're supposed to get some rain today, fingers crossed that we do. Alright, so first up we have a Film Master special edition of The Devil's Partner and Creature from the Haunted Sea. The Devil's Partner and Creature from the Haunted Sea. I've never seen either of these films. They're both from 1961. The Devil's Partners is not rated. It's 73 minutes long, and of course it's a horror movie. It has Ed Nelson in it. I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to remember, but Ed Nelson. You remember my mom used to watch Peyton Place, one of the soaps, and Ed Nelson was, I believe he was a doctor or something on there. I didn't watch it very often, but occasionally. We only had the one TV at that point in time, and I ended up having to watch a few episodes, I think. For some reason I remember him, so it had him in there. And it also has Edward Buchanan. Now, one of the shows I did watch was Green Acres back in the day, and The Devil's Partners had both of those guys in there. Apparently this movie, The Devil's Partner, is very atmospheric. And let's see what it says here. Roger Corman and his brother Gene founded the film group to distribute their own films. Occasionally they picked up projects by other filmmakers, such as The Devil's Partner, a macabre take on an elderly man who regains his youth after making a deal with Satan. This take of folk terror from director Charles Rondeau stars Edward Buchanan and Jean Allison. Creature from the Haunted Sea is from 1961 also. It's 63 minutes long. It's not rated. It's a horror comedy. And it's directed by, this one was actually directed by Roger Corman. Of course, they refer to Roger Corman as the king of cult. And rightly so, I guess. Also, the film was filmed back to back with Last Woman on Earth. Creature from the Haunted Sea and The Last Woman on Earth were filmed back to back using the same characters in Puerto Rico. So, should be interesting to check that out. If you've seen either of these films, let me know down below what you thought of them. Who knows, this may be a one-time watch, but yeah, thought I'd check it out. Not much has been released, as you guys probably already know. Not much has been released in the last couple weeks, so that was a bit of a stretch, I guess. Anyway, can't wait to check it out. Oh yeah, I wanted to read what that said. Almost forgot. So Creature from the Haunted Sea is Corman's spoof of crime films. A gangster knocks off his crew members, blaming their deaths on a legendary sea monster. These two films were often paired as a double feature during the summer and fall of 1961. Beware of the creature with ping pong ball eyes. All right, so there's lots of special features on here also, um, audio commentaries and all kinds of good stuff. So if you're into very old style horror and horror comedy, this might be something you're interested in. But like I said, if you've seen them, let me know. I have not seen either of those. Next up, kind of a continuation of a theme here on. This is from Full Moon Features, of course, Charles Band's group. This is Demonic Toys Jack Attack. I believe this is like the 8th film in the Demonic Toys film series. Of course, demonic toys in the Demonic Toys series, are nothing more than avatars of the powerful demons from hell. They take over stuff like a Jack-in-the-Box. In this case, I haven't watched this yet, and this was put out in, let's see, 2023. It's not rated. 59 minutes, very short. Wow, 59 minutes. From Baby Oopsie director William Butler comes the next mad movie pulled screaming out of the Demonic Toys universe, Jack Attack. In this dark, eerie sidebar sequel, the malevolent Jack-in-the-Box is up to his usual evil tricks as he and his familiar enter the life of a young, mute orphan girl. With murder and mayhem erupting all around them, can this putrid plaything and his killer clown proxy be stopped? Cinema Craze says Demonic Toys Jack Attack is Child's Play 2 meets Basket Case, while JoeBlow.com calls the film freaky with nightmarish visuals. Get ready for a scary, stylish good time. Get ready for the wrath of Jack Attack. Has some special features also. Jack Attack behind the scenes, the official trailer, the original Demonic Toys video zone, original Dollman vs. Demonic Toys video zone, original Baby Oopsie video zone, vintage trailers, and Full Moon trailers. Jack Attack. Let me know. Have you seen this already? I have not checked it out yet, but they're over the top, crazy stuff, Full Moon, and I tend to like them, so we'll see. We shall see. Okay, so the next one's, pardon me just a second. Wet the whistle. The rest are all the Barnes & Noble stuff that, there's 4 of them that I picked up recently. The 50% off sale from Arrow and Barnes & Noble. The Vagrant. The Vagrant. R-rated, 91 minutes from 1992. It's a comedy horror. It's got Bill Paxton in it. Of course, he was in Aliens, if you remember. I like Bill Paxton in most anything he's in. The Vagrant. Like I said, this is from 1992, and I'm pretty sure I've seen this at least one time before, but glad to have it on Blu-ray now. The 90s cult classic is back, directed by Chris Wallace, FX genius of Gremlins and The Fly. The Vagrant is a demented black comedy starring cult icons Bill Paxton, Michael Ironside, who was in Scanners and Starship Troopers, Colleen Camp, who was in Death Game and Clue, and Marshall Bell, who is in Freddy's Revenge and Total Recall, is a grimy blend of satire and grisly horror. Mild-mannered financial clerk Graham Krakowski buys a rundown starter home only to discover a vagrant living in the empty lot across the street. This guy keeps appearing inside. Attempts to remove the homeless man led to a feud that spirals out of control and tests Graham's sanity as the vagrant engages him in twisted mind games, defiling his home and framing him for gruesome murders. Beloved character actor Bill Paxton stepped up to the leading man in The Vagrant and proved his extraordinary range in a role that runs the gamut of emotions and climbs to stratospheric heights of craziness. Newly restored from the original camera negative, The Vagrant is a one-of-a-kind movie that deserves a place in any cult film collection. This does have a brand new 2K restoration. There you go. The Vagrant. Let me know down below. Have you seen The Vagrant? Okay, so next up is the Count Yorga Collection. The Count Yorga Collection. This has got on it Count Yorga Vampire. It's PG-13, 92 minutes from 1970. And also The Return of Count Yorga. It's R-rated, 98 minutes from 1971. Don't believe I've seen either of these. If I have, I don't remember them, so glad to have it in my collection now. So let's see. By the end of the 1960s, the boom in old world Gothic horror had begun to wane in the face of present-day terrors like the Vietnam War. In response, American filmmakers brought horror out of the past and into the present, and the classic movie monsters packed their bags and headed to the new world. Count Yorga Vampire was among the first to successfully transpose the classic vampire cloak and all to a modern-day setting as the Count, played unforgettably by Robert Quarry, arrives in the United States and settles in the Southern California mansion with his mysterious brides. A drive-in favorite from the moment it was released, a sequel soon followed, The Return of Count Yorga, ups the ante and sees the sardonic Count on the streets of San Francisco, his sights set on an orphanage as the potential source of sustenance. Yo. Alright. Director Bob Kiljan delivers a 1-2 punch of classic cult cinema, mixing chills, thrills, style, and suspense with a knowing wit that revels in the genre trappings, presented in an all-new restorations by Arrow Films from new scans of the original camera negative. The Count Yorga collection is a full-blooded feast to die for. And of course, a couple discs full of special commentaries and that kind of thing. So can't wait to check this out. It's if I have seen them, it's been a very long time. I don't remember them. If you've seen either of these, let me know what you thought in the comments section below. Next up, Schlaf. That's right, sleep. This was originally known as Schlaf. This is a German film called Sleep. Sleep is not rated. It's 102 minutes from 2020. It's a horror film. Let's see. Nightmare and Trauma. Now, this is a blind buy for me. I knew nothing except I read the back here a little bit, and I thought, that looked interesting. Didn't have it in my collection, so here it is. Nightmare and Trauma, Fear and Repression, Guilt and Atonement, weaving together the emotional violence of horror with the cryptic motifs of German folk and fairy tales. Arrow Video is proud to present Sleep, the debut feature from a major new talent in world cinema. Tormented by recurring nightmares of a place where she has never been, Marlene cannot help but investigate when she discovers the place is real. Once there, she suffers a breakdown and is admitted to a psychiatric ward. Determined to discover what happened to her, Mona, her daughter, follows and finds herself in Steinbach, an idyllic village with a dark history. What is it that has so tormented her mother and the people of Steinbach? What is the source of the nightmares she suffers? And who is the mysterious Trude that lives in the forest? Richly conceived and confidently told, director Michael Venus draws influence from Mario Bava, David Lynch, Franz Kafka, and the Brothers Grimm, but his voice is uniquely his own, as invested in substance and story as he is in style. Venus claws his way down to the roots of what haunts a people, a community, a nation, and comes up screaming. And a bunch of limited edition contents on the back. Can't wait to check out Sleep. Sounds like my kind of movie. And the last thing I picked up from Barnes & Nobles. One other title I didn't have from Arrow and thought I'd enjoy is Deadly Games. Deadly Games is R-rated, 1982. It's a slasher, if you will, I guess. From what I remember, this has Dick Butkus in it. Of course, many of you will know Dick Butkus as a football player. He actually played Chicago Bears. Big old burly guy. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was shown on Showtime. Excuse me. Some time back. Let's open this one up real quick. See what's inside. Maybe. If I can get it open. It's got a nice little slip. Nice little slip on it. There's the front. And there's the back. Deadly Games. Steve Railsback, famed for his unhinged performance as Charles Manson in 1976 TV miniseries Helter Skelter, is at his sinister best as a troubled Vietnam vet in 1982's Deadly Games, a tale of infidelity, madness, and murder from writer-director Scott Mansfield. A masked maniac with a penchant for a monster-themed board game is playing his own twisted game with the women of a small American town. Each time the dice is rolled, another victim meets a grisly end. Returning home to mourn the death of her murdered sister, Keegan befriends local cop Roger and reclusive cinema projectionist Billy, but soon finds herself in the killer's sights. Originally entitled Who Fell Asleep, Deadly Games is an intriguing early 80s slasher oddity which benefits from focusing as much on the development of its female lead cast as it does on the scenes of stalking and slashing. Available for the first time ever on disc, Arrow Video is proud to present this long-overlooked creepy gem in a brand new restoration from the recently unearthed camera negative. Okay, there we go. Let's see. This is 95 minutes long, by the way. And on the inside, you see, looks like it's got reversible artwork. Yes, it does. And as with a lot of Arrow's stuff, they have a little booklet. The contents, the cast, the crew, the games people play, exploring the Midwestern Gothic and Deadly Games. Look at those shorts. Yo. Creepy pictures, so yeah, pretty cool. So glad to have Deadly Games finally on Blu-ray in my collection. If you've seen Deadly Games, let me know down below what you thought of it. So that's everything I picked up in the last week or so. Like I said, I hope you guys are doing good wherever you are, staying safe, staying warm. I do have another video planned for later on in the week. Should be Horror Pack coming up, and with that there will be a giveaway. I didn't have any time really to put together a giveaway this week, but stay tuned. There will be another one. So hey, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoy my videos, give me a thumbs up, a like, subscribe. It costs you nothing. It really does help if you do subscribe. and hit that notification bell so that you know when I put up another video. So from North Las Vegas, you guys keep smiling, keep having fun, keep that positive attitude about you, and until the next time, peace.